Okay, we're out of the seriously dangerous part.
Ah, good.
Still. We'll let a few more turns pass with that group, though.
I'm gonna head towards the Divine Quest.
Okay. Best of luck.
Last time I did that, it didn't end too well, but we're gonna try again, just because we can.
Like a boss, Meta refused to join in on the hip new trend of dying.
Nah, she's too boss for that. Meta's holding this whole thing together.
Pretty much, actually, yeah.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna fight these spiders first.
Right, you go.
I can probably auto-resolve
though.
though.
That's not too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite easy. Still have some movement points, so I'll go back. And then end the turn. Oh, 3 skull battle.
1 Goblin Bull Rider, 3 Goblin Warriors. Yeah, it could be a difficult one, but doesn't necessarily need to be
I could do a hunting
a
challenge.
game ender. Right, I'm going to deploy and start gathering. Ah, I lost all of my super awesome gatherers. Actually, no, I'm not going to bother gathering it. It'll take me 3 turns per 1 gather operation, so I'm just going to move on. Try and make my way back to Aavak, merge with the town. Then, well, you know, obviously kill some bats and stuff on the way, because I can. We'll fight, and we'll auto-resolve.
Okay, I've got
Absorb
a
more
2 skull
points.
fight.
Okay. Best of luck.
I can try a social challenge.
No idea what the goblins would be like
Or
in
a
a social
sneak.
challenge.
Probably rubbish.
Take it easy, Rith.
So I've got some people with decent speech. 6 speech.
So what are you doing up at this ungodly hour, mangled pork?
14.
Hello. Don't mumble.
Right, I've got most of my people with 6 speech, and
Okay.
there's one person that's got 14 speech. I was just looking at all their speech
Wow.
stats. So I
Okay.
think a social challenge might not be too bad.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so it says you approach your enemy and have time to decide your plan of action. We can do this the easy way, or, well, you know how the rest goes. Manipulate, social. You stand firm, posturing and flexing your muscles as much as possible. You tell them bloody tales of your many exploits, waving your bloodied weapons as proof. How do you think we survived this long in the darkness, eh? By being nice or eating the bloody hearts of our many enemies?
That's fantastic. I'm intimidated.
So I'm going to play this one. Yeah, I've got some decent people for this one. Because I've got a more gathery style group that's gone out. I've got a mixture of hunters, gatherers and healers and all sorts. So it's actually quite a good group. So a couple of the
Apparently Meta turned all of the bones from the people who died into glue.
Oh, that's good use of resources.
People. How's your fight going, Lady Sheila?
Okay, I'm just putting my cards out. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that hard because I've got some really good cards actually for this, and they have attacks of 3 and like shielding of 5, so they seem to be really not very good at speaking, as you might expect from goblins. I got a leech effect, and I think that's possibly come from, you know, I gave that ring that had, oh, what was it? Some sort of will effect on it.
Ah, yeah. Find weakness or something like that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. That turns into leech in a social confrontation. Yeah. So that's amazing. Okay, we're actually going to start to fight now.
Rightio, best of luck.
Or just go, at each other.
Oh, you're posturing, so I imagine it's like,
I won really easily.
Well
I got some cherries and a shield. So it says, you have won the challenge. Your opponents feel uneasy at first, but slowly it turns to outright fear and panic. They not only run away, but drop some of their stuff on the way. Good, take their stuff and continue.
You out to them.
I know. Oh, good grief, so many enemies around here.
Yeah, I know. That does not look good.
A kamok. What's a kamok?
I don't know.
You played this
Probably
before?
That giant bat thing.
I don't want to be eaten by a kamok.
Well, I'm afraid we don't always get what we want.
Let's hope that kamoks have a social challenge. But
Might
they can't
do.
speak.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Usually you can't engage in a social challenge unless someone in the party has social. But it's great when there's like one Striga and like 40 bats or something like that. Because like, yeah, only one of you is capable of fighting me.
It's pretty good.
My 4 people are going to win.
Oh, I forgot to... I must turn off that stupid speech thing in the... Okay, here we go. You find the remains... This is the Divine Quest, by the way. You find the remains of an old town built in solid stone with a large central building that, even in its crumbled and rotting state, looks very impressive. Like many such places, you feel the cold draft of the ever-present dark mist lurking in every corner. You see a faint light coming from one of the towers in the central building, and you know this is where you must go. So I can investigate, I can come back later, or I can ignore all the fluff and go straight upstairs and skip the entire story.
Up to you.
I will investigate.
Hooray!
I should have skipped the story. Oh my god, it's gonna have to read through the whole thing.
Oh no! You suck.
Why didn't you remind me to do that after the last time? No!
It's not my job to remind you to turn off your sound effects.
Okay, while I was whining about that, it's mostly read through now, so... I entered the old building and soon realised it must have been a place of great knowledge, as even in the entrance hall there are vast shelves with remnants of books on them. Indeed, as you go in deeper, you find a rusted shield with the words, "The pen is mightier than the sword, and the sword of knowledge defeats any foe." Before you make another step, you are met by a hooded stranger. "Welcome to the Grand University of Cracovia. How may I be of assistance?" he chimes, as if nothing was awry in the world. So I can say, "Grand University, I think we've met one of your fellows in a tower." Or, "Who are you, and why are you still here? It doesn't look hospitable." Or ignore the person and go straight up the staircase. But I want to do all this stuff. How do I turn off the thing? If I press escape, I'll probably...
I'm not sure.
wreck the story or something, won't it?
I have no idea.
I can't press escape. I can't do anything.
You suck.
I do not. It's the game. The game should have options, even in a cutscene.
Well, you're going to have to make a choice.
Well, we're just going to have to put up with it, I think, because I want the story. I don't care. So I'm going to say Grand University. I think we've met one of your fellows in a tower.
Yep.
Ah, yes, you must be referring to Professor Common from the Human Advances Department. He's been listed as being on sabbatical in an old tower for almost a century now. Or perhaps you speak of his esteemed colleague, Professor Hufka. He too likes towers, although he has been reprimanded for using illegal magic, you know. You may want to go up and speak to the board if your interest lies in either professor's field. See, I read that quicker than the dude. Ha 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 ha.
Well done.
Right, anyway. That's going to sound really weird on my recording, but I don't care. So, this place is in ruins. Are you insane? Or a board meeting? What are you talking about? So, Aavak, who uses illegal magic, and Common, who is from the Human Advances Department. So I can say a board meeting, what are you talking about? Or this place is in ruins, are you insane? I'm going to say a board meeting, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I agree. That's the better option.
Excellent. You must be from another foreign delegation then. I've been told there might be latecomers. The board meeting is on the 3rd floor, in the Thorn Rose room. You look towards the stairway and you see it's crumbled and full of cracks, but it should be fine to climb. Alright, leave the strange man and go up. You go upstairs and find many more empty, eerie rooms filled with rotten bookshelves and destroyed books, laboratories with smashed equipment and lecture rooms with decaying tables and the stench of death. But as you enter one such lecture room, you see that at the centre, by a large round table, sit 6 people dressed in academic gowns. So I can approach the table and say hello, or approach the table with my arms drawn. Probably saying hello would be better than...
Yeah, I would say saying hello.
Going,
you don't want to be mean.
Going over with a sword or something. One of the figures at the table turns to you, and for a second you see only a skull. But then you blink and an old man's face stares at you. Hello there. I see you've come seeking answers, yes? How did you find us? We were cursed long ago, never to be found by a living soul, and I dare say you look alive. I can say, well, it was a dream, I guess, or our God told us to come here. I'm gonna say it was a dream.
Okay. I don't think
Dream,
I've
you
ever
say, a
chose that
calling
option.
then. So you're expecting such a visit. No doubt your god or goddess has sent you here, seeking to reclaim their power. And I can say, what do you know of our god's power? Or, yes, you're correct, so what do you know of it? So it seems to have thrown us in the same direction, even though we said it was a dream. So I'm going to say, and what do you know of our god's power?
Okay.
In short, we were the ones who took the power of the Pantheon to ensure our colleagues could burn the cosmic tree without interference. So I say, you took power away from the gods? You're kidding, right? Or I can say, what, you took power from the gods? How? Or, okay, I feel this may be a long one, just tell me straight and short. How did you do it, and how can we undo it?
If you absolutely want to skip the story, you can. Though it is a pretty cool story.
I know, I'm going to try and do the whole story, and I'm going to try and read it at the same time as the person reading it out, if I can.
Well, you're much more adept at that than I would be.
Okay, what? You took the power from the gods. How? It was not easy, nor done.
This tells us much about Sheelab.
It was not easy nor done without the aid of powerful and evil magic, but it was done. Each god, you see, had their own duty, their domain, and it was both their strength and their weakness. By hitting them all at once, we also didn't give them a chance to aid each other as they normally would. I absolutely messed that up completely.
That's okay.
Hopefully you guys got that though. Just quickly reading it again, because I didn't even get a chance to... Okay, cool. I can say, it sounds crazy, you said you used the dark magic, or why did you do it? Why did you burn the tree and hurt the gods? I'm going to say, you said you used the dark magic? In principle, all we had to do is distract each deity long enough so that the other department, the Human Advancement, had time to destroy the cosmic tree. But we realised that without the magic of the strongest kind, we would fail. The elder peoples would not help, of course. They were sworn to uphold the pillars of the world. Many human kings and queens were also charged with championing the gods or protecting these sacred places. Thus finding grand mages willing to do the job was impossible. Wow. So you turned to the dark magics? Yes, or rather they turned to us. I guess they have a nose for such a thing. A mage arrived at our doorstep, offering all the right answers. Even after we figured he was the famed Dark Lord, banished ages ago in the Great War of the Eye in the Westerlands, we couldn't say no. It was him or nothing. The famed Dark Lord that was banished in the Great War of the Eye. It's like, yes, it's Sauron. Sauron's
Yep.
come back
Pretty much.
along with the people from Camelot, and it's funny all the stuff that comes out in this, eh? Okay, so I can either say, so faced with working with an entity so evil that it almost devoured our world more than once, on more than one continent, you thought it would all be fine. You said you were a professor? Or did your mama never teach you if something is too good to be true? It probably is. I mean, the Dark Lord. The name doesn't just stick to you for nothing. I'm gonna go with number 1, because it made you laugh.
Okay.
Oh, don't get me wrong, we knew we were working with evil, but the pursuit of knowledge, of understanding, the very notion we could defy the gods, it was glorious. I think the Dark Lord didn't even break a sweat convincing us. I can say disgusting, and you're telling us no one realised what you were up to? Or, I guess it does sound rather grand, but did no one see the foolishness of your plans?
What do you feel like taking?
I'm gonna say 2.
This tells us even more about you.
There were suspicions. Some gods took even... No, I'm gonna have to wait until it's finished.
Okay.
I'm trying so hard.
No, it's okay. It's no problem.
I'll probably take the game audio out of this than my recording, I think. Okay, so there were suspicions. Some gods even took notice, but the Dark One was clever and diverted their gaze every time, building a fake army in his old stronghold and sending out omens of his return worldwide. This was step 1 of our plan. This was how we would trap the supreme gods. And I say the supreme gods? Yes, like Perun and Mokosh in the Easterlands. Every land in Thea had their own. They needed to be broken first, else their power would protect the others. Mokosh we could not lure away. She is wise and careful. But Perun, well, let's just say he was keen to go into battle. Very keen. I'm going to say so...
Silly old Perun.
Yeah, I'm going to say, so you said Mokosh didn't bite your bait, so how did you make her distracted? Well, in truth, she was the easy one, but only because she was so intimately connected to Thea. It was actually one of the most shameful acts. Well, before we realised we destroyed the world, that is. There was a sacred garden, a cradle of life deep within the oceans. The elven people often went there to release their souls from the burden of their bodies and thus become pure energy. It was the favoured seat of Mokosh, and we destroyed it. The blow was so severe, she was in shock for long enough for Phase 2. Dare we even ask what Phase 2 was? We sacrificed a monastery devoted to her worship. Mokosh is the mother of all things. Once the garden was gone, she was left vulnerable. The death of thousands of her worshippers was a blow too far. Normally the others would have been called to aid, and they were, but none responded. At least not in time. So I can say, impressive really, gruesome, evil and arrogant, but very impressive. Or, so even before you destroyed Thea completely, you slaughtered thousands of innocent lives and destroyed a sacred place. And you were still thinking it's all for science. You're insane. I'm going to choose that one.
Okay.
Villainous, gruesome,
Redeemed yourself slightly.
evil or impressive, grand and astonishing. It was all those and none. Folly, that is, what it truly was. For how can man ever hope to bring peace and prosperity by employing murder, dark magic and deceit? Mokosh is the mother that Thea needs now. You need to find a way to restore her strength. I know not how to do it, but go to the oracle, the one we trapped, to help us with our stupidity. Ask her. Fine, we will. Where can we find her? Before I tell you, we must ask a favour. We have been cursed to stay here, neither alive nor dead, for eternity, as punishment for our actions. A sentence we accepted with grace and understanding. It is not often you get to destroy the world and nearly kill off gods. However, we wish to be freed now. And I can say, how can you be freed if this is a curse? Can you be killed? Who sentenced you, or why would we help you?
Okay.
I'm
Which
going
one
to
do you
ask
fancy?
who sentenced them. Once champions of the gods like yourselves realised our crime, they came to seek retribution. But the Dark Lord wanted to be sure the world burns, and so he cloaked this place from any mortal eye. Without the gods' guidance, no one could find us and learn the truth. Then came a lone spirit, claiming to be an echo of the Pantheon. The spirit cursed our souls to eternal damnation for our arrogance, making us unliving and bound to this building till the end of our days. So now I can say, how can you be freed if this is a curse? Can you be killed?
Okay.
There is a way to try and free our souls from these unliving bodies. With the underworld shut, we will still roam Thea, but at least we will be free. So I can say, why do you believe you should get freedom after all you've done? Or you do not deserve freedom, you doomed our world.
What do you think? How do you feel?
I don't think they deserve freedom, because I think they doomed the world.
Okay. I'll let you
say, yes, but many of us share your enthusiasm for the punishment. We are tormented by our faults, believe me. But to be stuck like this forever, if you kill us, we will only suffer the pain of death, but eventually we will return, marked by another scar. But if you use your connection to your gods to break our curse, perhaps we can be released. So I can say you have sentenced Thea to death, and worse yet, you've taken arms against our gods. You shall suffer the punishment that you were sentenced to. Give us the location or suffer a death. Your crimes are despicable, your arrogance beyond measure, and your stupidity in trusting dark forces goes beyond any measure. But your fate seems dire, and there's little point in more suffering in this world. Give us the location first, and then we'll think about releasing you.
Alright.
Maybe I will release them. They were pretty bad, though.
They were pretty bad.
Okay,
Thinking,
so the old man nods, his face twisted in a mixture of fear and sadness. I have imprinted the location you seek in your mind. You will find it whenever you seek it. So I've got some 3 skull battles here. Mokosh may be the forgiving mother to some, but we cannot let you go unpunished. You shall suffer the death you made, for you made our goddess suffer. Attack, fight. The Supreme Mother knows forgiveness even in the face of such gruesome crimes as yours. We will keep our word and try to release your soul so that you may pay your price as you should in the afterlife, and that is a 3 skull intellect battle.
Yep.
And then there's a 3 skull. Our Mother of Life does not abide death easily, but neither do we agree with setting you free. You shall remain here and pay your price until such time as the gods deem it sufficient, and that is just to leave. So I'm just going to review my group and see whether it's better to fight or to do an intellect.
Okay.
So intellect is like the intelligence skill, is it? So I've got 3 there. 8 there. 2. 2. And 5. That might be alright with intelligence, actually. And they are decent fighters as well, though. They would do better with... I think they would do better fighting. But then I kind of think, oh, maybe we could try and release their souls. What do you think?
If you feel up to it.
Well,
I mean,
we'll try it.
I don't think you're gonna get wounds from it, even if
yeah, I'll give it a go. So I get 7 intellect that I have to fight, apparently. Right, begin combat. So, yeah, I've got some half-decent cards there. I'm gonna play Lucky first. That's the healer you gave me. They've got 7 cards and I've got 5, I've realised. That's not good. Oof, and they're quite good cards as well that they've got on the opponent team.
As someone suggests in chat, I may want to just get this part of your video off you and upload it because it's turning into an episode by itself.
Turning into a She-Lab episode, yay!
Oh, it's nice to have someone reading the story to me, actually.
This is actually a pretty brutal fight now.
Best of luck.
Just playing all my cards. I don't think I can afford to do much else different. I got some poison effects as well, which is quite good, and some piercing effects. Oh, I should use the pierce. Maybe they'll play another card though. I wasted my piercing attack, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Sucks. It wasn't a very high piercing attack. I would have only done 1 damage anyway, but still. So Lucky's down. Renada's down. Catherine's down. Oh no, we didn't even get like a chance to even fight them properly. I just lost it completely there.
That's a shame.
So I take my time to meditate and find my inner peace. In this place of sorrow and darkness, I seek a link to your gods by opening up my hearts and souls. This place has been stained with too much darkness and evil, and your connection to the gods is too weak to aid the scholars. The professors only nod in thanks and return to their table, debating a theory of why you failed. They do not respond to any hails, and you're left with no recourse but to leave the place. As you do, you feel the great disappointment of your gods weighing down upon your shoulders, but at least you know where to go and seek more knowledge next.
Damn.
That
was a bit harsh.
Alright, time to leave this cursed place. I didn't realise it would be like 3 skull battles. That's really bad.
Yeah.
But I got some XP and some research.
Yeah.
And I think you just have to just keep trying. So maybe you could try next time and read the whole story out.
No, it's gone, I think.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Maybe because I haven't taken my turn yet.
It doesn't seem to still be there. I think you only get 1
chance.
chance.
I think there's another divine quest marker.
Yeah, basically we have to go to what they were talking about. So the opportunity to rescue them is gone now.
That's okay though, we tried.
Yeah, exactly. And you read that story very well. But on that note, I think, looking at the time, we should be wrapping up the stream here.
Ah, okay. So just remember the last episode, you have to get my footage.
Yeah, that would be great, thank you.
I'm so sorry about that.
Oh no, don't say sorry. We'll get your game set up properly, ready for the next time we play.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, lost a few people, gained a few people, more or less back to where I was at the beginning in terms of population, but I have lost some very powerful, very powerful
Me too.
villagers. 2 hunters were lost there, which not good. But I should be able to get more of them. It shouldn't be too terribly hard for me to do. But that is going to be it from us. So thank you very much for joining us, everyone in chat, and I hope you've all enjoyed watching. Everyone who is watching this after the fact on YouTube. But until next time, from myself and probably Lady Sheelab as well.
Yeah.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.